Hi guys, it's Gerald Porschman here. So what causes someone to act on violent impulses and commit a violent act? You know, some people are able to control anger or frustration and channel these feelings to non-destructive outlets. Others, like the teenager accused of bashing a bus operator, exhibit a frightening lack of control. People are often confronted with feelings of disappointment, frustration, and anger as they interact with government officials, co-workers, family, and even fellow commuters. But most can control their actions to the extent that relatively few of these interactions end in violence. So what turns anger into action? Mostly cognitive control, or to use a less technical term, self-control. At a recent World Economic Forum, Professor of Social Psychology at the University of Michigan, Richard Nesbitt, now he's the world's greatest authority on intelligence, and he plainly said that he'd rather have his son being high in self-control than on intelligence. You see, self-control is key to a well-functioning life because our brain makes us easily susceptible to all sorts of influences. You see, watching a movie showing violent acts predisposes us to act violently. Even just listening to violent rhetoric makes us more inclined to be violent. Ironically, the same mirror neurons that make us empathic make us also very vulnerable to all sorts of influences. And this is why learning self-control is so important from both sides, the bus operator and the teenager. You see, if you think about it, there must be control mechanisms in place. Mirror neurons are the cells that fire when I'm frustrated, to give you an example, as well as when I see you frustrated. And interestingly enough, watching somebody making an action influences a decision by making the same action ourselves. So try it. Smile at someone and watch the mirror neurons in action. They're going to smile back. Get angry with the same person and watch the same behavior replicated. So what are the signs that a person is disturbed enough to take action? You see, the signs are quite visible, although difficult to interpret without a context. And unfortunately, they unfold very quickly, and people can rarely witness them before the action is taken. The action itself is a sign of a desperate form of communication from a disturbed individual. Unfortunately, nobody was chatting with the young boy when he decided to lash out with verbal and physical attacks on the operator. But I bet that if somebody was communicating with him, that person could have done something. They could have engaged him in a sort of conversation that may have redirected his rational plans. And by connecting with the teenager, that person might have redirected some of those activity of the mirror neurons towards a truly empathic behavior, rather than in the service of a deranged, imitative, violent act leading to action. So what's the key message here? Be more polite with angry and potentially violent people. Thanks for listening.